so it's really drifty this morning. My dog loves the snow. He's finding some drifts. Oh, Crosby doesn't know how to get out of the drift. That was funny. There are parts of the roads in Kansas that are just like 100% closed. Like they're not even trying to blade them. It's not a good idea to travel very many places this morning.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
It is a winter, and we all knew this was coming. They forecasted like 8 to 12 inches. I think it's more like 6 to 8 inches plus some bad drifts. There's 3-4 foot tall drifts here, and then some drifts there. A lot of snow to move. So this is not the most maneuverable snow pusher or the best, visibility, but it was already running, and I was loading with it, so I decided to clean out my alleyways before I tried to feed out the first load. I didn't want to get the feed tractor into anything that I could have avoided by pushing snow out of the way with this. Okay, so I'm screwing this bunk. You can see this next spot, I could fit like no feed in the bunk because it's all the way full. And then right in front of it, I could fit as much feed as I wanted in the bunk because it's empty, but these drifts, they drifted up the bunk line. So there's plenty of space for silage. And the warm silage will actually melt the snow back a little bit too. Okay, this truck was parked in a shed, but because of the wind and the snow, it's still got snow on it. But this is gonna be my feed truck to feed Greg's cows. One's over at Greg's house anyway. Snow everywhere.
Well, we got some snow. I'm not exactly sure how much, but the wind blew like crazy all night, so we've got some big old drifts. Dad got stuck with the feed truck on his way up here, so I had to pull him through one place there, but then we were able to make it the rest of the way with the tractor leading. But it's gonna be a little interesting. I also have a sore throat, so that's fun. Kendall's on his second load. I think he's had to scoop some bunks, so shout out to him for scooping bunks. Dad is down there feeding, and I'm pushing snow out of the yard into piles. It's gonna be here a little while because it's gonna stay frozen, but it's also still kind of muddy underneath, so it's not exactly ideal conditions, but take what you get.
I'm actually gonna use the bale bed today on my dad's pickup here to move a bale. Usually I'm using it to do all sorts of other projects, but so you can see the arms extend out and go kind of telescope back and forth, and then they squeeze in and out. So I got the bale squeezed. I'm about to lift it up and set it on the bed. So I drive over there with it a little bit more supported, and then I'll roll it out to the spring bred cows over that are at Greg's house. So I can't actually control it with this remote. So I can do it from inside the cab. So I'm raising that bale up. I'm gonna set it down. Hopefully I don't crack that bucket that's sitting on there. I'm not as experienced as the ranchers that do this every day to feed their cattle. I'm a feed wagon guy. But anyway, that's how you set it on the bed. There's one of the piles of snow we made with the loader pushing out, cleaning out feed lanes. So we have several piles like that around, and that'll slowly melt, but at least it's not in the way of the feed wagon now. Okay, new development. Another rancher up there, he's got a bale bed. He's stuck in the middle of the road. So my dad's coming with a tractor to get him out, and then hopefully there's a big enough path for me to get through. Summary of the day is hopefully the only people on the road really need to be on the road today, because there's really not much point in being out here unless you got something depending on you. Okay, he made one pass through there with his loader bucket down. Now he's going to make another pass. So hopefully I can get through, and then anybody else who's coming, same path. But it just drifts back shut, so it's not gonna last very long. So somebody's been doing some work here to get this open, and it hasn't drifted back shut yet. So here's one of the drifts over at Greg's house. It's 4.5, 5 feet maybe. The cows are out by that pond. I'm gonna drive in back here, roll the bale out. Boys! All right, here come the cows. I'm half done unrolling the bale. I got some stillers for them. Okay, there's 3 of the heifers. So those are 2-year-old heifers. No calf here. And then the rest, there's one other heifer, and then the rest are cows. They might rather have silage, but this was the way we had to get them feed today, and they'll get silage in February. They gotta make it through January on corn stalks, some hay, and distillers. And we did get them a lick tupped. A lot of ranchers feed cows in the bale bed every day, but for me it's a little bit unusual. That's another thing I like to do is look at their droppings. It looks like they're getting enough protein. At least their passage rate. At least that cow is. I'll have to look at some others, but won't be able to look at any on the ground because they're all covered with snow. But anyway,
We got a lot going on here. We got a skid loader clearing that road. Here comes Dad. He's helping a guy with a bale that's trying to make it to a pasture. We might just carry it back there with our tractor. This fan must have just got stuck recently, so we'll have to get him pulled out. We're not used to snow like this around here. It's deceiving because there's like not much some places, and then where it drifts really bad, and it's a weird angle of wind. It's coming from the northwest, and so there's drifts in places there aren't usually. And then you blow something out, or you push snow out, and it just blows back shut. So, hey buddy, how you doing? These cows are have this nice tree cover. Dad got them fed. Then I came down because the fence was dead and some trees had fallen, or a tree branch had fallen on this part of the wire going through here and caused some problems. But we should have it all fixed up now. They're out of the wind here. They got running water, so that's nice. Got the snow plow here. Thankful for them. He's been having to run all over the place, but now it's nice they're getting our road. I was driving in the field here to let him by, and there was someone stuck, but now I'll just be able to follow him out. So I might go scrape a little in the feedlot, smooth things out for the hard freeze.
I'm stopping at my dad's on my way home from the cows that are over at Greg's, just to check on these heifers. My dad feeds them every day, so whenever I'm driving by, have a little time, I like to just come look at them. I'm gonna look at these ones that are with the bull right now, the home raised ones, and because all the other ones they're just slicked up. But these ones I was just gonna look at their body score. They're not on full feed like the rest of the heifer lot is down here. So I believe my dad's feeding them just in the mornings now. Before, I think he was feeding them once every 2 or 3 days, but now it's snow cover. Feeding them a little more often. They look pretty good. Hopefully they're all bred by now. Did you do your job? Uso, the bull, probably won't get his first grade card until spring. Or maybe late winter when we preg check these ones. All right, on to the next pen. My dad's has a lot more trees surrounding the feedlot pens. Kind of pretty, snow on them. You can see the water tank, that's water in 2 different pens. We didn't have any problem with waters freezing up this morning, but those troubles are in front of us, as there's lots of days with -5, -3, that kind of range of temperatures coming. So we gotta be prepared and on our game. The funny thing is, tomorrow there's one day with highs in the 50s before we go into the cold snap. So it'll melt a bunch of this, and then we'll go into the cold snap. So we'll see what it's like these next couple days, or even these next 2 weeks. It'll be interesting January. Okay, got the loader put in the shed and my feed wagon put in the shed. Nice sunset in the day. All right, time to get this loader out of here. It's nice and warm in the shop.
Well, it's the day after the snowstorm. Not too windy today, so that's nice. The show goes on. They got the roads cleared. So I'm trying to feed these cows with the feed truck again, because that's what we had been doing, and it's just a lot better on the roads, especially when they're a little rough. But we're gonna see if I can not get stuck out in the field. That's gonna be the question as I feed out the feed, if I can keep my traction and keep going. These cows are tired of the vlog. They want their food, so here we go. So far, so good. Everybody share. I slowed down going across the wire and got into just more snow, less frozen ground, and now I don't have traction. If I could have just made it a little farther, I'd have been downhill again.
Well, here's our sorting area. We need to sort some steers, and we got a lot of snow in here. So, but hopefully the body heat from the cattle melts it. All sorts of gates that gotta go through the snow. This one's a light gate, so it moved the snow easily. This rolling gate took some, or that rolling gate, we had to push through that snow drift. In January, I'm not worried about a crash. Okay, here's some of the bigger ones. We're gonna try to count on this pen and see if we get closer to 2 loads. Okay, here's the set of mediums. They go into pen 7. And we got 120 bigs, but we're not going to sell them this week. We're going to wait till next week. My dad kind of really wanted to just get rid of some cattle, so we have less cattle to go through this cold snap. I mean, obviously they'll weigh maybe 20 pounds more next week than this week, which is more dollars, more feed to sell. We got a snow drift here. Hey, hey, hey! Plus I piled some snow with the loader there. It should be acting as an alleyway to put them in the pen, but they're kind of playing in it. Hey, hey.
So the other day we moved these cows and calves to a new spot. Well, I fed them this morning and one cow was acting kind of funny, like she didn't have her calf. And then when I went through the fence, she followed me out, and of course I couldn't get her back because she's determined to go find her calf. Well, she was right, because on my way home, looked up on the hill, and sure enough, there was a little calf grazing up there. So here she is. She's been trotting back this direction while I went to get the sidekick. I thought I could get the calf to her, but she's too fast. So I'm gonna have to walk them all the way back to where they're supposed to be, but hopefully they cooperate once they're together. It'd be nice if they would just follow me, but we shall see. Hey buddy, are you missing your mama? She's right over there. Let's go find her. You taking care of yourself. Grazing some. But your mama wants you. She's definitely not really following me, but she seems to know where she's supposed to go. Hopefully they keep behaving. She's like homeward bound or something. Well, I wish I could film that. We're gonna try this. She's probably gonna poop on me. Alright, that sped things up a little bit. Calf tried to escape one time, so I really couldn't film. Okay, little buddy, this is your new home. Stay here, please. Come on, you can go now. Oh, all you wanted to do was escape before. Hey, cow! Don't forget about her. I gotta get the rope off. Well, we're cleaning in the barn a little. Trying to move all the important stuff over to the new shop that we haven't done yet. I found some dust masks. I'm looking forward to using those to really filter the air. Next time I'm around dust, that'll be nice. Just kidding. First try at sledding with the four-wheeler. Here I go! Whoa, you're doing good!
A little birdie on my loader. It's Thursday. We sorted some yesterday. We came up with 120. I think I said that in the video. We're not going to sell them this week. We're selling them next week. I waited a day gap in between feeding those spring cows. We've been feeding the fall pairs every day on their Milo stocks. I waited a day in between feeding them spring cows. I'm going to take another bale to them today and some distillers again. I believe Nathan made it out feeding the fall cows without getting stuck today because it's pretty frozen. So that's a good thing. Cows are on the other side of the field today. So here's a problem. The drifting snow yanked this cord off, which turned off the fence. So the fence was dead. I gotta get this plugged back in. The mirror fount, it's working fine. The balls come up and they block the, that one's a little frosted over. That just means they've been drinking out of these two. And it seals the cold air from going in there and getting the water frozen. So that one's working. I got those in a lot of pens.
I'm working here in the shop. I'm getting the old sticker off of the semi we got. I found this thing called like a adhesive remover wheel or something for getting a vinyl sticker off. And it's working really good. Before, like if it's a newer sticker, I've just kind of used a blade or whatever, like a utility knife, and scraped it off. But this one was a little crusted on here, but this thing is taking it off real nice. So since we don't have it like an official heat source yet, it's probably just gonna freeze in here. I mean, we're gonna have a hard time keeping it totally warm, but we will be able to pull in like our feeding equipment, which if their engines are warmed up should bring some warmth in here, and then keep it a lot warmer than 0 degrees. Hopefully kind of keep it our daytime temp or whatever, and just make things run better for chores. But we'll probably still be doing more like indoor stuff this next 10 days or something. We'll see. Hopefully we don't have much trouble. It's not exactly the weather we want with the wet and the cold, but it's just how it is, so we are taking it on.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.